Welcome. In this short tutorial, we'll build a tiny practical C# program that counts how many times a specific integer appears in a given array. Thus, it's a great beginner exercise to practice array traversal, basic LINQ, and safe input handling. I'll show a clear, robust implementation that uses int try parse to avoid input errors and enumerable count for concise counting. By the end, you'll know how to adapt this into larger arrays or different types. Simple problem. Useful pattern. We read one integer from the user, then count matches inside a hard-coded example array. Edge cases to consider: user types, non-numeric input will handle that. Or the number does not exist in the array, so we'll return 0. If you want, we can later show how to accept the array from the user input, or file instead of using a fixed array. Here's the full program. First, we prompt and read a line. Then int try_parse converts safely and returns false on invalid input. We then print a helpful message and then stop. The array nums is our sample data. The counting happens in one line with LINQ. Then lambda then returns true for matching elements and count totals them. Finally, we print the result with an interpolated string. This keeps the code short and expressive while still handling bad input gracefully. This table summarizes the data flow. The validation step is important in console apps, for it prevents runtime errors if the user types 5 instead of 5. LINQ_Count gives us readable code. Behind the scenes, it iterates the array and increments a counter for each match. If you need even more performance on huge arrays, you can replace LINQ with a simple for loop. But for most tasks, LINQ is perfectly fine and very maintainable. Here's a walkthrough of typical inputs. For 5, the input is 2. If the number is not present, we get 0. If the input is not numeric, the program explains the problem. This makes the example practical for beginners. Try those values yourself to see how the program responds. Counting occurrences is a fundamental building block for many utilities, from parsing logs to basic analytics. The same approach applies if you swap int for other types, such as string codes or enums, or if you want to build frequency histograms using group by. The small pattern scales well. Nice work. You now have a compact, safe C# program to count how many times a number appears in an array. Next steps you might try, where we return the indices of matches using a loop or select plus where. We build a frequency dictionary with group by to count all numbers at once, or accept the array from the user input or file. If you want, I can produce variants, a version that returns match indices, a version that reads an array from console, or a generic version that counts any type using I equality compares T. Which variant would you like me to produce next? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more C# tutorials. I'll see you in the next one.